Hey guys, it's Cal and Sal here. It's what you've all been waiting for. The time has come. It's Sunday night. We got the Blazing 500 recap with Cal, Sal, and for all you longtime subscribers, you may remember Cal, Sal, and Jay. What's going on, guys?
Hey, it's great to be here with you again, Cal. Hey, Jay, we haven't talked to you in a long time.
Hey, Sal, great to hear from you guys. Happy to always be on the show, and thanks again, Sal, for setting up this new studio equipment, get me all hooked up over here.
More than happy to do that for you, Jay. More than happy. Just so glad to have you back with us.
As you guys probably remember,
great to be on.
Jay's calling in right now. He had a work commitment, but Sal has been our sponsor from day one. We originally started Cal and Jay and I, and you guys have really helped this channel blow up into what it is now. And we've had Sal as a recurring guest on the show. You guys have loved him, and thanks so much, Sal, for being on.
It's just my pleasure.
It has been phenomenal. So real quick before we get into more detailed stuff, let's just go over the final recap of the Blazing 500 that we started for the playoffs in the 2020-2021 season. Final recap, looks like Cal's at $512 on my original 500. No surprise there. Never really put much on the line. Just happened to nail, I guess, 20 of 22 bets or something.
Yeah, you were on fire.
But, I really know my stuff. That's why you guys listen and subscribe. You smash that like button. We had a dislike last week, so I hope you're, I hope
we're not used to seeing those.
I hope you're crying yourself to sleep tonight. I don't know what that was about. A little disappointing there for you. But anyway, so Sal, you ended up $6 down. Quite a recovery there.
I lost almost in my entire stake and came roaring back the last 2 or 3 weekends. I think I've been pretty spot on with my bets.
You've been profitable.
Just real excited to be back. Turns out the charities only owe me $6. On my $500 stake. Just my hats off to you, Cal. Just a great job this year. You'd more than doubled your money, and you deserve all the accolades I'm sure you'll be getting over the next week.
We're definitely going to be celebrating. As you know, Sal's shipping us out to Cabo in the next couple of days.
We're just going to have the boys over. I've got a little cabana down in Cabo, and we're going to spend just a few days doing a little marlin fishing and have a couple of margaritas and just relax and reflect back on a great season.
Yeah, thanks so much. You guys have all been here with us. So, Jay, what is going on, man? What'd you think of the game today?
I thought it was awesome. I've been nervous since the time I went to sleep last night, just praying for Brady, and all my nerves were put to rest. I'm shocked. I don't know how I'm shocked. This is the 7th time he's done it, but what a game, man! What a game! Great play by the offense and the defense of the Buccaneers. A lot more one-sided than I thought it was going to be, but I guess I fell into the whole media hype. I really should have been listening to Cal and Sal from the start.
Yeah.
You guys have been on point.
I know for you subscribers out there, that's why you guys listen to us, because, I had the Bucs all the way. I already had futures on the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl bet, which we both paid off on. And then before the game, I talked about the difference between Mahomes and Brady, and you kind of saw that on display today. This mainstream media you listen to, they're going to say Mahomes is the GOAT. He's better than Brady. I think that was kind of put to rest today, unfortunately, for all the Brady haters out there. But we're always real spit here on Cal and Sal. That's why you guys listen to us. And
from my perspective, as Sal, being a big Packer fan and an Aaron Rodgers fan, I felt very vindicated because I was telling Cal that looking at that game, I just saw a real, Rodgers put the fear in the hearts. That's a good Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah.
And Rodgers, his skill level was put on. I felt Brady had a fantastic game, but I really thought also it gave honorable mention to Aaron Rodgers, who I really, in spite of some of the tough calls and things, he really played a great game against that very tough Tampa Bay defense last week. And it just shows you, in my mind, and this is where Cal and I go head-to-head. I rate Rodgers number 1 and Brady number 2, and I'm sure Jay and Cal would probably take issue with that.
You got to go Brady 1, but continue.
Yeah. So just two great quarterbacks we saw in the past weeks. And when I say two, I'm talking Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. I'm leaving Mahomes out of that conversation.
Well, yeah, I think it's not close, as we saw today. But, Jay, do you have anything to talk about on that?
I think it's pretty clear now that Tom Brady's number 1, just in terms of clutchness in the postseason.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers is now 1-4 in NFC Championship games, so I really can't give that to. Brady's tied for Rodgers in number of NFC Championship games wins and.
Well, he has more Super Bowl wins than
the NFC.
Any other franchise in NFL history as of today with 7. But I think the difference is it's all the little things. It's maybe on a 2nd and 8, he doesn't dribble that ball into the ground. Well, you'll see like a lesser QB like not a Tannehill, but like a Mahomes will, put the ball into the dirt on those, just the quiet plays that put you in a 3rd and long. And Brady doesn't do those. It's just like Brady's always crisp. He'll say, let's get 5 yards here. Let's set up for a nice 3rd and short. He always makes the right decision. And he's doing a lot of good checkdowns to Leonard Fournette, and then he hits you over the top for 30 to Gronk or Mike Evans. He's a tactician. He's really something else.
I think, Cal, you've taken issue with me on Rodgers in that you believe Brady throws just a softer touch on the ball than Aaron Rodgers. And I've always appreciated Aaron Rodgers' footwork and his ability to escape pressure and his ability to keep looking downfield for a receiver. And he has a real zip on it. For a guy his age, 37 years old, he still puts a great zip on the ball. But I agree with you. I really see Brady with that nice soft touch where he lays that right in the receiver's hands.
There's no one on par with Brady in terms of touch except maybe Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is the closest thing to Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's a great skill to have. Yeah, no doubt. And so, boy, Jay, it's great to hear you're back with us. You've been on a bit of a hiatus, I think, past few episodes.
I know you've been traveling a lot with work. You've been definitely busy.
It's just been a lot of work, but really great to be back with you guys. I mean, really, you couldn't have written a more storybook ending for Tom Brady's season. Goes through Breeze, goes through Rodgers and Mahomes to take the title.
And Heineke was actually probably the 2nd best quarterback on that list.
Now, giving Mahomes a little break here, because I'm not a Kansas City fan, but I'm going to at least speak up a little bit. And I told Cal this prior to the actual start of the game. When I found out that both the tackles for the Chiefs, offensive tackles, left and right, were injured, I think that played a major factor in this game. What do you think about that, Jay?
I mean, I think that was clear. Mahomes was clearly on his heels most of the game, but I think that also comes down to they weren't really respecting Mahomes. They kind of just said, we're going to cover Tyreek, and you got to do something with the rest of your receivers, and Mahomes couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a philosophy of let's let Mahomes beat us, and I love that game plan, Put the ball in Mahomes' hands, give it to him every play, and say, Mahomes, if you beat us, you deserve to win. And they scored 9 points.
And they must have been doing something special with Kelsey because he didn't make a huge impact.
I mean, Devin White and Levante David were playing the games of their lives trying to cover Kelsey, and I think Kelsey still put up around 130.
He was phenomenal.
He was phenomenal. He was the go-to guy for Mahomes because that's Mahomes' only weapon besides Hill. I mean, all of his receivers are great, but that's the only person he can ever connect with.
Yeah. Well, one thing I noticed about Mahomes is he's really hesitant to throw to a receiver with under 10 yards of separation, and then you saw that he's taking sacks and stuff, whereas Rodgers last week with a lesser offensive line and far lesser weapons, he's hitting those tight windows, just really crisp passes. And as a Bucs and Brady fan, I was terrified watching Rodgers orchestrate against us, and I didn't feel it at all today with Mahomes.
Well, with Mahomes, I think what was bothering me most was the inconsistency because some of those throws when he was getting tackled and he's halfway through the air, he threw some beauties.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he just threw it into the dirt on a really wide open guy. So it's really inconsistency. Like you can't win a championship playing like that.
No, you can't.
I can't give him any credit for that. I think the losing the left and right tackle is very tough, but I still don't think that's an excuse to never score a touchdown.
No, I mean, you take the left and right tackle away, and you're basically talking about maybe the Bears' offensive line, and then Trubisky doesn't look like that every game, The Bears actually beat the Buccaneers earlier in the season. Mm-hmm. Are we, so that's kind of my point that I've been saying is that you take Mahomes off the Chiefs, I think he's similar to a Trubisky-level talent. I know that seems like a hot take, but we'll see how that ages. I think it's easy when you can throw a 5-yard out to Hill and you have perfect protection. But a lot of QBs in the league, like a Trubisky, don't have perfect protection, and they're you got to scamper, make plays, and we saw that today. And the game was a barn burner.
Yeah, fantastic. You often you're talking about his clutch factor, and I've never played team games, as you boys know. I was pretty high level competitive bowler, and that's a very much an individual game. We had some team competition that was pretty rare though. It was normally a mano a mano out there on the lanes, and so I can only speak to high level competition on an individual basis. So I'm probably better off discussing golf, bowling, tennis. However, what I saw today for Mr. Brady, and you boys have been very high on him all season, I thought it was. I was just my hats off to both of you for calling this game. You both had confidence in him, and look at your champions now. And you boys both deserve great honors. Matter of fact, dinner on me down in Cabo when we get down there.
Let's go. Give it up for Sal.
Thank you so much, Sal. You are just so generous.
I appreciate it.
Well, and I want you to bring your lovely ladies with you, and any of your entourage is more than welcome. We've got a number of cabanas down there that are available, and I'm sure we can fit you and your friends in, or your significant others. So, yeah, just bring everybody down. We're going to have a wonderful time.
Thank you so much, Sal. You have no idea how much that means to me.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a real pleasure to have you boys.
I'd love to have Jay spend more time with you because, I've gotten to know you so well over the past few months. We're doing the Blazing 500, the Blazing 5. Jay, I feel like you'd love Jay.
I've been a steady listener. You guys have been great.
Well, I had you boys out just a few weeks ago. You were, when we had those high surf advisories. You don't remember? And you guys got out, and you guys both got out.
That was some great surf, Sal. I gotta give it to you. That was some great surf.
Oh, no doubt. But I felt like Jay was out on the waves the whole time. He didn't really get.
Jay's had a lot of stress, and so I felt he needed time in the water. Don't you think?
Everybody needs a little time on the water. Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember, you were gonna just paddle out, as I remember.
There was a moment that I talked about that on the pod, but it was after I think we went 1-4 in a Blazing 5. And I really
we did have a bad.
I saw the horizon.
I
was really just going to paddle out.
Yeah.
But,
I'm so thankful you came back to shore.
Oh gosh,
so it's great to have you back on shore.
Yeah, Jay talked me back and he said, "Sal, come back, man." I mean, Cal, So thank goodness I got to witness this Brady great cap off to the season and arguably his career. I think that finally the Mahomes versus Brady's argument been put to bed. The Belichick Brady argument's been put to bed. All the haters' arguments are put to bed. We finally have peace.
Hey boys, I have a suggestion. When we get down to Cabo in the next few days, why don't we do a recap and do a quarterback ranking now that the season's completed? We know you're going to be rating Brady number 1, but there's 29 other quarterbacks I'd like to rank. See how we rank them, and this will help our fantasy fans as they approach next year.
Well, fantasy and quality quarterbacks are very different.
True.
Because the way running is calculated in fantasy, a great fantasy quarterback is nowhere near a good quarterback.
We can argue about
like a Dak Prescott for me.
We can definitely argue about
is
that.
A bottom 10 quarterback, but a solid fantasy option. But does it win you games? No. But anyway, so
good point.
Thanks you guys for stopping by again. This was awesome. Thank you, Jay, for calling in. We're probably going to wrap it up here. Jay, definitely text me. We'll talk about the Cabo trip. I'll get you the details with the when we're sailing out. And then otherwise, thank you guys so much for listening.
Oh, it's just been a pleasure. God bless everybody.
John, do you have anything you want to say to the audience before we head out?
I just wanted to thank you guys again so much for having me. And Sal, thank you so much for the new equipment. It's just been great. And
you like the microphone I set you up with?
The microphone is top notch as always. That is Sal.
What about the big screen? I got you for the monitor for your work.
The big screen is fantastic. Sal. The big screen is fantastic.
Yeah, that was one of my clients. They offered that to me. I told them about what a great young man you are, and they offered that as one of the promotionals. So I was glad to be part. I just gave them your shipping address, and they took care of all the details for me.
That is so nice to see. I figure you guys won it with all your winnings from the Blazing 5.
Well, that all goes to charity. You guys have
been on fire this season.
No, that's all for charity.
I'm doing half my winnings to charity.
Yeah.
So
the bulk of it is
so
going to
great
charity.
You guys.
Yeah.
But that comes from Sal's sponsorship, and he's been such a great supporter of the channel. As have all you listeners out there. Thank you so much for all the comments.
Yeah, and don't forget our sponsors,
and don't forget to ring that bell. For more quality content, we'll keep the gravy train rolling. Toast some champagne to us for those of you who bet with us.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Congratulations everybody that
not a bad way to double your money on the Blaze 500 through the playoffs. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was just fantastic.
What a run. But so we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for the QB rankings. Thanks so much for all the support. Jay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time.
Good night, everybody.